Welcome back. Will Worsham joins us now for this week's Speaking Legal discussion, where he answers a viewer's legal question on air. And we're going to take a look at that question. First of all, Will, welcome. Always good to see you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Here's a question. I bought a car for my niece from a used car dealership in Springfield. The salesman told us it was a four-wheel drive, but when we got home, my husband pointed out that it was not. I immediately called the dealership, said I wanted to return the car because I was told I was buying a four-wheel drive. Salesman's response was that I had already driven it off the lot and should have checked it out before I signed the papers. Is there anything I can do? I want to take to Facebook and slam their name all over the place, but I don't want to get sued. It's his word against mine. Is there a government agency where I can file a complaint? Because it's obvious I can't get my money back, and he's probably done this to other people.
What do you say?
Yeah, well, in direct response to the question, absolutely. You can go to the Attorney General's office, is the right government agency that you would report this type of what's called unlawful merchandising practices. There's actually a lawsuit you can bring, Unlawful Merchandising Practicing Act violations. But, you know, practically speaking, this is a small claims court case. You could bring this dealer in a small claims court. That becomes a public record. Somebody might find out about it, but a government agency, a complaint to the Consumer Division of the Attorney General's office might get you a long way here.
Yeah, but he's saying my word against this person's.
You know, almost every lawsuit is somebody's word against somebody else's. That's where they all start.
Isn't there something, and I forget what it's called, but when you buy something and you have a little bit of time to change your mind?
Lemon law.
Don't you?
Well,
Is that it?
there's two different
that would
things
be the
that
car
kind of
thing,
apply.
Yeah.
Yeah, the lemon law. I don't know. The lemon law is not really going to apply here, I don't think, because it's very
because
limited.
the car probably works. So
It's a very limited circumstance where that applies. There are, in certain contracts, you have a 3-day cooling off period. That's also not going to apply in this situation.
it's not.
No, and for kind of obvious reasons. I mean, we all know, especially a new car, as soon as you drive it off the lot, it loses its value. So we're protecting somewhat our car dealers, and they deserve
Because
to be...
you could take it on a road trip.
Because you take it on a road trip, bring it back 3 days later. I mean, I could put a lot of miles on a car in 3 days. So we're protecting some car dealers there from some bad actors on the other end of this spectrum. But yeah, this is obviously, you know, not good practice. And I don't know about the Facebook thing. I wouldn't probably go that route, but there are review sites. I don't know if there's any that would apply specifically to a car dealership, but you could certainly go on a Yelp.com. I don't know if anybody would look there. But and just talk about, or even the Better Business Bureau has some places like that where you can review businesses and say, hey, this guy did me wrong, and here's what happened.
A lot of times the first knee-jerk reaction is, I'm just going to slam them all over Facebook. Are you putting yourself in trouble, possibly?
You could possibly, and here's why I will always kind of answer it in that vein is anybody can sue anybody anytime for any reason. You may not be successful in that lawsuit, but you can always bring the lawsuit. Now, you could later get punished for perhaps bringing a frivolous lawsuit, but the idea that, oh, I can do this and I can be protected from suit really doesn't exist. Now, one thing that you can never be successfully sued over is your opinion. So if you give your opinion, many times that will then protect you from some type of either libel or slander suit. If it's your opinion is always the truth because that's what you think. It's your opinion, and the truth is always a defense to a libel or slander suit. So if you're very careful in the way that you state opinions, even in a public forum, as my opinion, and you don't then go on to state things in a very factual manner, then many times that would be an upfront defense to a libel or slander suit.
So would it be as easy as saying, it is my opinion that, and then you slam them? Or do you
well, you know, you can say, it's my opinion that I didn't get a fair deal. Right? It's my opinion. Now, if you, in a situation like this, if you went on to recite facts, then they could say, hey, you lied, because those weren't the real facts, and that could then become the basis of a lawsuit.
Could you say, in my opinion, I think this guy is a crook?
you probably could. That might be a little strong.
I'm wondering,
see, you know, and they're all shades of this, and that's where many times the legal world gets confusing or interesting, depending on your perspective.
Maybe a little bit of both. All right, if you have a legal question for Will, you can email him at wworsham@color10.com, and he will answer your question here on the air. Will, thanks so much.
Thank you.
Always good to see you.